What's up guys, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we're going to be covering some advanced level concepts that will really help you level up your flipping. That's right, today we're going to be talking about the weird world of parabolics. For this tutorial, I've decided to use my Atropos Kirot, which does great in the air and is perfect for this trick. Also, real quick, if you haven't subscribed, consider it, and I have a Patreon, which is what helps me make videos like this. If you like my stuff, consider donating. Now, parabolics are a very strange animal, very capable and strong, but also one that takes time to get on and tame. You've got to be kind to the parabolic. Offer it some corn or a carrot. Really make it feel welcomed. And then you just need to jump off the deep end and do it! Just throw that knife and get stabbed! Live your life! Die young! Okay, maybe not that, but you get the point. Parabolics are weird. The general idea of a parabolic is when the knife is in the air and the two handles are doing separate things. Unlike a regular aerial where the handles kinda follow each other through the air, making a pretty defined arc that's easy to work with, in a parabolic, the handles are moving at odds with one another. In parabolic arcs, hence the name. Compared to the standard aerial, parabolics look very weird and erratic, but are actually pretty predictable once you get used to them. There are many ways to do a parabolic, and this video is not the end-all be-all of it. I simply want to explain the concept and help you get started. From there, you should experiment and find new ways to use it. Now we're gonna focus on my favorite type today, which is the snap parabolic. Unlike other parabolics, which start with a fan or with force applied while throwing it, this parabolic starts with a snap of the fingers. As you can see, I press into the handle with my thumb and then snap it while throwing it. This causes the knife to spin around a bunch in the air before landing back into my palm facing the opposite direction of when it left. Start here, in the middle. This is what we will be covering first. I like to call this the snap parabolic to ice pick because that's what it is. It's basically just a very flashy way of changing grips. To do this trick, start in the standard open position. I like to do it with the bite handle facing my palm, but it will work the other way around too. Now, you just want to adjust your grip so you're holding the knife about halfway down. This will give you much more control in the snap that we're gonna do. Now, you need to hold the knife here between your bottom 3 fingertips and your thumb. Your thumb is going to be the one that presses while the other fingers pull back at the same time, kind of giving it a snapping motion. Now, the way I suggest to practice this at first is just to totally drop the knife. Don't even try to catch it at this point. You just want to get used to the idea of snapping it into a spin at first. Watch, I hold the knife between my fingers and thumb, and then I just snap, which causes the knife to go all crazy and drop. I do suggest getting your hand out of there at this stage, especially if it's a live blade, because it's just kind of flopping around, but you do you. The goal you're looking for here is for one of the handles to stay pretty stable in the air while the other one flies around. Here, check out this slow motion. As you can see, I snap the handles and let them fall, and one of the handles stays pretty stable while the other one spins around in a circle. This is the basis of this concept. Now, the next part is pretty tricky. We need to catch the knife. Unfortunately, there is no easy way around this. At this point, you really just have to toss up the knife and catch it at the right moment as it's coming down. It's all about timing and nothing else. This is the part where I suggest you try a trainer at first, or at least putting some masking tape on your blade if this is your first time. You will mess up, and that's okay, but the only way to get this trick is to just do it over and over again until you get it right. So, let's break down this throw. Basically, you're just using the snap from before, but at the same time, you move your hand up in a throwing motion to give it some momentum. You'll see the knife make basically one full rotation in the air, and then all you have to do is have your hand in the right position to catch it as it comes back down. That really is it. It's just getting the throw down and the timing correct. It's a complex trick at first, but it's actually pretty simple steps-wise. Here, watch. I simply snap the knife at the same time as throwing it up, and then wait for it to go through the rotations and catch it as it falls back down. As you can see, this difficult trick really just takes practice and is super satisfying when you finally get it. The key to getting this trick is really just practicing it as often as you can until it is smooth as butter to do. A few variations of this trick I'd like to cover in future tutorials are as follows. The palm spin, which is one of my favorite things, is essentially the same thing, but with a bit more finesse. You don't throw it up as hard, and you have to balance it the whole time on your palm, so it's a little tricky. Another one is the palm to ice pick transition. Once you get the palm spin down, you can move on to this trick, which requires that you guide one of the handles up and around to catch it with your palm. The magnet catch is another trick that I first saw done by Balisong on Instagram, link below. You start with the knife closed in one hand, and then using a snap parabolic, shoot it to the other hand where you catch it open. At full speed, this trick almost looks like magic, which I love. Stab my thumb. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to cover each of the parabolic variations in more depth in a later video, so stay tuned and practice your parabolic to ice pick for now and get it down before branching out and experimenting. There's a lot that you can do with this technique, and I'm excited to see what people come up with. Did this tutorial help you, or did you already know the snap parabolic? If you have any advice or questions, please leave a comment down below. I love seeing what people have to say. Also, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my awesome patrons. This video was brought to you by viewers like you, and it's specifically because of my Patreon. We have a pretty awesome community Discord, and that's where we do live chats, and there's also a lot of funny behind-the-scenes content. If you can, please consider donating. Every little bit helps. But that's pretty much it for the moment. As always, thanks for watching. Does that feel good?
Yeah.
Great.
That was great.
That's how tutorials are.
Tutorials?
Some confusion! America, explain!